All right, good morning. It's been a little bit since I posted a video on this channel. It is the day after Halloween. So today is November 1st. This morning I changed the decor on the wreath on our gate and I changed it to Christmas. But anyways, I thought I would go ahead and make a video on how much I can knit today. So I started this sweater a couple weeks ago and I haven't gotten much progress on it. But basically, I'm not really following any patterns. I'm just I was making it up as I go. It's basically like a plain raglan, but I started doing these eyelets every couple of rows, and it's gonna make it have like a nice kind of mesh design at the top. And then I also, then after I did that for a while, I just switched to regular stockinette. And now probably for the rest of the sweater it'll be pretty plain. It's just gonna have like the eyelet like all the way around to make it a little bit more breathable. But I'm using yarn that I had dyed in orange, black, and then I had put some resist ties so that the sections where there was like yarn tied around it, the dye couldn't really get to it, so there's kind of like white speckles left. Like you can see some random little white spots. So I had dyed this yarn myself. I only wound up one ball, so I am going to need to wind up the other ones. There's hair on this. Before well, yeah. I'm going to have to wind up the rest eventually, but I didn't feel like winding up a bunch of yarn yet, so I didn't. And this is how much of the sweater I have done. I'm not quite at the part where I'm going to split for sleeves yet. But I'm basically just going to keep knitting in the round on this, and I'm just alternating between rounds. So I do all knit stitches all the way around, and then I do another round where I do increases at each of the 4 raglan spots. So I do increases on each side of the one stitch here. So I do increases on either side of that for one round, and then the other round it's just plain, just kind of back and forth. For the eyelet, I just I knit 2 together, yarned over, then I knit 1, and yeah, I repeated that. I just knit 1 stitch in between each eyelet. And I just kind of repeated that on the rows that I did eyelets. And then I did a couple of plain stockinette rows. And then I did that eyelet thing again where I knit 1, I knit 2, I yarn over, and then I knit 2 together to make eyelets. But yeah, that's how I did that. So I am going to see how much of this sweater I can do today. I would love to get to a part where I could split the sleeves. I think that would be nice to get that far and feel like I've done actual progress. I wonder if I should measure this. I mean, right now, let me see. Scrunch it up on my needle. So from like the collar, I have done quite a bit, I guess. Not quite done with the yoke yet. I think I'll keep continuing this for a little bit, for now. But I'm gonna get started on knitting. Alright, so I just finished one round. The round I just completed was an increase round, and now I'm going to do just a plain stockinette stitch for this next round, but I couldn't find my mind went blank, stitch marker, a stitch marker that I wasn't already using that like comes undone and opens, like these kind you can open up. I couldn't find an extra one of those, so I just put a piece of yarn on this stitch, and that'll keep track of all of the progress that we make today. So now I'm just going to do a round of knit stitches, and then the next round will be a row that we increase on each side of each raglan stitch. So each row that we do increases, the project gets 8 increases on. But for this round, I'm just doing plain knitting stitches. Okay, I was planning on getting started on this video like really early in the morning, but I talked to my phone on the husband. I talked to my husband on the phone on his way to work because there was something, I don't know. I think I texted him something and then he just called me and we talked about it. I don't even remember what. I think we were talking about how dark it was because it looked like it was in the middle of the night at 6 a.m. Like there was no sign of the sun rising because of what time of year it is, I guess. But it was super weird how dark it was this morning. And the sunrise came super late. And then after I got off of the phone with him, I bottle fed my foster kittens. I have 4 babies that I'll probably show in this video. And then my mom called, and I think I talked to her for over an hour or something. I don't know. I talked to her for a long time. And that is why I ended up not starting knitting until like almost 11. It was like 10:50 when I was like, oh, it's been like the whole morning. And I didn't get any knitting done in that time because I was talking on the phone and taking care of my foster kittens, and then I also got distracted by doing a bit of cleaning. And anyways, now we're here, and I'm hoping to get more done on this project. Let's see, I have knit okay, the beginning of the round is here. I'm over here. This is like the last raglan, these bigger blue stitch markers. That's the last raglan stitch area before the center back stitch marker. I have one marking like the beginning of the round, which ends up being the center back of the sweater. So this stitch that marks the center back of this sweater is really tiny. So I have this little pink stitch marker, and that's where I'm going to keep the progress of how much I do today. And then these really big ones, these are the last raglan stitches of the round, where the raglan increases go. Anyways, that's how I'm keeping track of where I am on this sweater. Oh, and by the way, I actually started this sweater a couple weeks ago, and I was hoping, like, my intention was to have it finished by Halloween so that I would have an orange sweater to wear at like peak Halloween time, but obviously that didn't work out. So here we are, the day after Halloween, and I am finally picking it back up. But maybe it could be like a November sweater. It's still fall. There's still Thanksgiving to go before Christmas, so that, I mean, maybe it'll be a Thanksgiving sweater. Alright, so this is one of my bottle babies right now. I really should try to get them to eat wet food, but this is Ginny. Yeah. So Ginny has 2 orange looking spot areas, and she is currently separated from the other siblings because she tries to suck on them. She tries to comfort nurse on them, and that is not good. But this is little Ginny. She's cute. She's purring. Yeah, good girl. You're a good girl. Alright, I'm gonna grab the next baby to feed. Alright, this is baby number 2. This is the one boy of the litter. All of the others are girls, and his name is Weasley. I went for a Harry Potter theme because I was trying to think of some kind of theme that's Christmassy. And Harry Potter makes me, I mean, it feels like a Christmassy sort of thing to me. I don't know. But I've also fostered like over 300 kittens by now, and I am running out of name ideas. It took me 2 weeks to come up with their names. So I've shown you Ginny. This is Weasley. And now I'm gonna get Bellatrix. Alright, this little girl is Bellatrix. She's a little tortie and she is so cute. Weasley is right here. Bellatrix is so adorable. Oh my gosh. I love her. You hungry, girl? Hi, Weasley. Trying to climb up Mummy? He's purring. Oh my goodness. You just exploring, little mister? This is very serious business right here. Yum, 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 yum. Alright, and this is baby number 4. This is Molly. She's a girl. She looks very similar to the other orange and white female kitten, except she doesn't have those distinct spots, so that's how I tell them apart really easily. Oh my gosh. You guys are so cute. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're getting snagged. Alright, so it is the next morning. Now, because I had planned to knit for a whole day yesterday, but things got in the way, and I didn't start as early as I wanted to, I'm going to go ahead and knit some more this morning. I did feel like I got in the groove last night, and I did some more. I feel like I'm almost to the point where I want to split for sleeves, but not quite. I want to do a couple more rows of increases before I do that. It would be nice if I got to that point today. But this is how far I've gotten. The piece of green yarn that's here, that's where we had started yesterday with our progress. And that's at least 2 inches right there of knitting that we did yesterday. Anyway, so I'm going to drink my chai tea that I made, and I'm going to work on knitting this for a bit. Right now, it's like 5:40 in the morning. I usually wake up at 5. Actually, this morning I woke up at 4. But I laid in bed that, like, whole hour until 5. Alright, so I did knit some more, and I'm to the point where I want to split for sleeves, so I get to start removing stitch markers. I'm hoping the wind doesn't make the sound too bad. It's not like super windy, but it's just kind of windy. So I'm gonna knit this stitch, take away this, and now I can split for sleeves. Where's my needle? Okay. So when I split for sleeves, I usually use like a yarn needle, and I'm gonna hold the stitches just on a scrap piece of yarn, and I'm gonna take the stitches that were between these stitch markers and these ones, and these will be one sleeve. So I'm going to take my yarn needle and just start picking up the stitches off of my circular needles, and I'm taking them off and I'm going to put them on hold. Okay, so now that I have these, let's get that out of the way. I have these stitches out of the way now for the first sleeve. Now for my round, I need to cast on, let's just cast on like 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wonder if that's enough. Yeah, let's go ahead and do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't mind having roomy sleeves. Hopefully that'll be good. So now I need to go to the other side. So these are the sleeve stitches, and now I'm going ahead and knitting. I took away one of the stitch markers already. There's a piece of hair. Okay. So now I am going to knit that raglan stitch. I get to remove this marker, put that in my bag, and then I'm going to knit across the stitches. So these are the stitches for the front of the sweater. So I'm just going to knit across these, and then you'll see that we've made an armhole. Alright, it's time for me to do the second sleeve. Sorry about the rooster. So I'm going to knit this last stitch. I'm going to remove this marker. I'm going to knit the raglan stitch and remove this marker. Okay, so I've just knitted across the front of the sweater. Now I'm on the second sleeve, and I'm going to take those stitches off and put them on this scrap piece of yarn. So those sleeve stitches are now out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and cast on those underarm stitches. Okay, now I can knit into the first stitch over here. I can remove the stitch marker, and now I can knit across the back of the sweater. Alright, so it's about 10 a.m. now, so I think I've done a good amount of knitting for what would be in about a day's time if I didn't really have interruptions. So this is how much yarn I have left in this ball, and I'm going to go ahead and show you my progress. So where we started was where this green thread is, and I've knitted at least 3 inches, Plus, I did split for sleeves, which is really great. Oh my gosh, look how cute this texture is though. This is gonna be so cute. I love this. I also really love the colors of the yarn. I think this is gonna be really cute when it's done. So cute. It is a little scrunched up on the needles because I really don't want to be bothered with switching to a longer cable, and I'm fine with the stitches being kind of scrunched up. That doesn't bother me at all, so I think we made some pretty good progress. So this is the back of the sweater. It looks a little small, but it'll like stretch out. Like this will fit me fine. It's so cute. I really love how this texture is looking from the eyelets. I think it's gonna be so cute when it's done. Is it Thursday already? I don't know, I'll have to look at the calendar. But anyways, I think this is gonna be it for this video for now. I might make another one with continued progress after this, but I'm gonna end it here for now. I know I've been missing for like 4 months on this channel. I just didn't make anything. But I'm back and I think I'll continue videos with the progress of this, and then maybe making some Christmas gifts. And what else? I had an idea for a Christmas project. Okay, so I was thinking, whoops, I dropped my ball of yarn. I was thinking a fun Christmas project might be to make a sweater, but using mini skeins of yarn and choosing the color stripes at random. I'd wind the mini skeins up, and then I would put them in like a bag or a box or something, and then whichever one I grab at random, that's gonna be the color I use to make like a striped Christmas sweater. I thought it might be a fun idea. So all of the colors would probably be in like the blue, white, green, red kind of color range, like Christmassy colors. But I wouldn't choose the order that the colors were in. I would choose them at random, and whatever I picked up, it has to be the color stripe of the sweater that I work on. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I think it might be kind of fun to make like a randomly colored striped sweater, but it would still be kind of controlled because they would be like those classic Christmas colors, like sticking with blue, white, red, green, those kind of colors. I don't know. Let me know what you think of that idea, and I might do it. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a good day. Okay, bye!